If there was a magic button you could press to get more views on your videos, of course you would press it, but it doesn't, so stop dreaming. But what does exist is this magic button called upload, and anytime you press it, the video you uploaded has the potential to reach millions of people around the globe. And the great news is you can press it at any time. So what's stopping you? As a solopreneur, marketer, creator, whatever you want to call it, you have the ability to press upload as many times as you like on YouTube. And if you've ever struggled with procrastination on YouTube, then this is your remedy today to fix it. So think about this. Each and every time you upload a video on YouTube, you are in control of that particular action. And the views that you get on that video, that's not in your control. So if your video gets 100 views or 1,000 views, it's just an indication of what viewers thought of it based on the way it was presented, packaged, distributed, and of course the amount of people it was shown in front of. So you can't actually control all of those variables, but you can improve on certain aspects of each element, but that takes time. So what is in your control is the amount of times you can repeat this process. So take me, for example, right? I'm building a portfolio of videos on my channel so that as it grows and increases in viewership, subscribership, I'm giving them countless amounts of examples of my work, my philosophies, my experience, etc., to help them make a buying decision. Like, is my software something suitable for them? Or my other services a fit for them or their business? Now, if I have next to no videos on my channel and people discover me, then they won't have much to go off, right? Now, if you focus on uploading videos to your channel and improving one thing each time, then you begin to see results gradually. And it's like having a business or life progress button installed on your desktop. Many creators, solopreneurs, small teams, they get overwhelmed with all the things that they have to do when it comes to creating marketing, content, and they end up doing pretty much nothing. When instead, if they just laser focus on getting better each time they upload, that's less overwhelming and it's pretty much more manageable. And you can control upload. So that's your strong suit, right? That's your superpower. But complaining, saying things like, I'm not getting views and I'm getting like 10 views or 25 views, that's the wrong frame of mind to think about it. Think of it as you had the opportunity to speak in a room of 10 or 25 attendees. That's a much better way of visualizing those views. Then they will seem less insignificant in your mind. And I know this word consistent is continuously thrown around from many YouTube education channels. So I'll take a different approach with my understanding of it in relation to growth, okay? So the more repetitions you do, the more data you collect on your channel. And the more data collected, the more you can see what is and isn't working on your channel. Now, the more you see what's effective, the better and the swifter the changes you can make to improve the overall channel and content. So without the data, you get nothing, okay? And your progress is going to be incredibly slow. For example, as I'm building my portfolio of content on my channel, I could spend, 5-6 hours making fancy edits with graphics and whatnot and all of these bells and whistles. But the truth is, nobody will be watching that right now because of the viewership that I have. So what I do is I focus on smaller, incremental tweaks and improvements in subtle areas that take less time. So as opposed to focusing hours and hours on things that achieve minimal, if any, extra results, right? This is how you have to think. You don't have time to get overwhelmed. You just have to think what makes sense right now. And if you have less than 100 videos on your channel, you don't have time to be doing fancy edits, specifically if you're a business channel or using your content to attract leads. And that's just my opinion, okay? And the reason I say that is because we get bombarded every single day with videos, audio, content, graphics, advertisements, right? So loading up your videos with more bells and whistles and trinkets in the beginning is not the answer. And if you're on a call with a client, you'd be using your voice to inform and persuade them, right? With your offers. Nobody wants a keynote every single video. Once in a while, maybe, okay, fair enough. But people are paying attention to audio more so than the video and the graphics, especially if they're at work or doing a task. Now, if you still aren't convinced that there's 100 video theory, then think about this. MKBHD, he's got around 20 million subscribers. And he said that his first 100 videos on his channel was to less than 100 subscribers. So think about that for a second. 100 video ideas is no joke. That's a lot of work. right? And that's a lot of work to obtain little result. But let's be real for a second. Unless you're entertaining in your content, educational content naturally is going to get less views. And you're making transformational type content, which takes time for the viewer to transform into. And that's the reason why you want to keep making content, because the more you make and the more someone watching you is transforming. And if you stop making videos, then you might actually slow or stop someone else's progress. Think about that. If you're a solo marketer or you have designated people in your team doing that, then the focus on uploading, especially in the first 100 videos, should be your only focus. Again, to clarify, I've studied and learned from other people like Mr. Beast, who literally give you the blueprint to growing on YouTube all the time, which is make 100 videos, improve something each time, and then you can think about views. Just maybe. But your expectation shouldn't be views instantly, despite what people tell you. And no matter what the thumbnail you see of certain amounts of money made in 30 days, 5 days, 2 days, although that might be true, you can't and shouldn't use that as your benchmark for success. If you somehow go viral and get a bunch of subs and views in a month, great, but don't bank on that. Right? Upload is what's in your control, and that's where the focus needs to be. The flash and the pizzazz, instant coffee results online shouldn't draw you in. Serving your clients through service-based content should be the top priority. And think about your customers like Jeff Bezos does from Amazon, right? An obsession with making your customers happy, and content is a real thing, and when focused on, it actually works. So if your customers, clients, or viewers are on YouTube and watching your videos, simply keep making them, right? Do not stop. And if you're still unsure why subscribers don't matter today, then watch this video on why interested viewers are more important than subscribers.